Hey guys, we are back at the Rune Temple here, and we're stuck.
What is this place? It's different from the rest of the ruins.
We must be close. This is holy ground. I can feel it.
Do you feel that? This place is practically infused with magic.
Let's go talk to the Guardian. There we go.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
Who are you?
I am the Guardian, the protector of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have waited years for this.
No. You give me $1. It's cash. Sorry guys. Why have you been here so long?
It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
The Imperium is no longer as powerful as it once was.
Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end.
What do you know about these disciples of Andraste?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take
I
up
just
the
pulled my
mantle
ears
of their
out here,
father.
guys. One moment.
For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
And what about you? Who are you?
I am all that remains of the first disciples. I swore I would protect the urn as long as I lived. And I have lived a very long time.
The first disciples. Do you know Andraste?
Did anyone really know her, save the Maker? She would sometimes spend weeks alone in meditation, often without food or water.
How is this possible you lived so long?
I made a vow to Andraste and to the Maker. My life is tied to the ashes. As long as they remain, so will I.
So the dragon was not Andraste.
No, our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power.
How did the belief spread to the rest of the disciples?
It began with an ancestor of the one known as Colgrim. He saw himself as a new prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss, which were quickly silenced.
I would like to see this urn.
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
But what if I'm not worthy?
Then you will not come to the ashes. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not,
What is the gauntlet?
the gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Alright, let's get over with then.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You abandoned your father and mother, leaving them in the hands of Rendon Howe, knowing he would show no mercy. Do you think you failed your parents?
No, they made me go.
Then you do not dwell on past mistakes. Neither yours, nor someone else's.
It's easy for others to judge what you've done in hindsight, but it doesn't make it any better.
It is sometimes difficult to see how our actions affect an outcome. But that does not mean our actions had no effect.
What's past is past. Why bring it up and open old wounds?
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
Yes. If Duncan had been saved and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance, maybe I...
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Orlais you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
Alright. Let's do this. A book. The Maker's first children. And I do apologize if you hear the kids and me cough and hack. We've got our cold back. So we're kind of struggling here. The Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of Golden City, and the Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied. Although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it, they did not do so. They had no urge to create, or even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations integrity or life. The Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine within them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade, and proceeded to his next creation, life. The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separating from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. In return of their struggles, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as his creation flourished and showed all the entity that he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favor. Through the eyes of the living, they experienced new concept: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the living and concept that they saw. Each spirit desperately tried to bring the most dreamers to their own realm so that they could virtually possess a spark of the divine through them. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest parts of the dreamers. Their land were placed of torment and horror, and they knew that the living were strongly drawn to the place that mirrored those dark parts of themselves. The spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, and spirits. These are the dark parts of the soul that gives demons their powers. The hooks they used to claw their way into the world of the living. It was demons that whispered into the minds of men, convincing them to turn from the Maker and worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms of nightmares in the Fade, in hopes that one day the storming the walls of heaven itself, and the Maker despaired once again, for he had given power of a creation to his new children, and in return they created sin. From the Maker's first children by Baldur Senior Chanter of Oswick 812 Blessed. So, we read that one of these, I can't remember which Dragon Age, but, and I think I said, like, interesting. I'm not wondering if some of the humans created the Maker after the fall of Arathon and created their own history, and that Andraste herself, was a mage and spirits had whispered her, to her and whatnot. It's interesting to see if the fourth one kind of gives us a little more in-depth between kind of the comedy of the Maker and the elven gods at once.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
It's interesting for what you guys would think. If you got kind of like a conclusion, well, I'm willing to talk about it. It's kind of, ideas bouncing off of other ideas on what it's going to be. But we won't know if we'll get an answer in the Veilguard or not. A tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
Because in Inquisition, there was in depth of Solus making the veil and throwing the false gods in there, and that's where I kind of connect both the Maker and the false gods together. But I mean, it's just like an opinion, and like every opinion kind of, kind of gets absurd with all what we read. But anyway, let's continue.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Vengeance.
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak? Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Oh, did not remember that one.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Kefir, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
I always thought that was funny that he was, wore chantly robes and he was in charge of the army.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and Mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
Level up. Ah, yeah, a dog. Let's put a little more willpower in you.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
Just dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
All right here.
My dearest child.
Father?
You know that I am gone, and all your prayers and wishes will not bring me back. Pup, I know you miss me, but my death and my life no longer have a hold on you. This is how it should be. Set your eyes on the horizon. Do not look back, and do not falter. You have such a long road ahead of you, and you must be prepared. And so I leave this in your hands. I know you will do great things with it.
Okay. Oh, I'm such a sap. Do I really need that? Can't I just keep Alistair's rose? Because nobody can have it but me. Nobody can have Alistair's rose but me. Okay. We're not going to be too concerned. Alright, guys. Let's go fight.
These creatures have no true reason to make...
Well, I wasn't expecting that. And I certainly don't want to go through it again.
That was weird.
Uh-huh. Oh god, I hate this one.
Uh-oh.
Andraste
I'm
loved
terrible
her
at puzzles.
disciples as she loved the Maker.
Looks like
as
there's
the
only
faith
one
in the
way
Maker,
forward.
So
This looks fun. I bet we'll have to work together and join hands and sing a happy song to get across.
Look at that. Sorry, not to stand on, but it's a start.
I can never.
That's it! That's an actual bridge piece right there. If we can get all the bridge pieces solid, we'll make it across.
Oh, why can't I remember this? Okay.
Here I am.
Here you are.
Go from there.
Yes, Alistair, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off so while I figure out or try to remember how to do this. Alright.
Ask away.
I think I got it now.
Andraste only favored the clever, it seems.
Alright, so now we're gonna save because I tend to lose things in this little glitchy area.
Maker. It's the Urn of Sacred Ashes. That's it. That's really it.
I thought it legend. I didn't believe.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. The altar is a little more than a dusty stone slab. You can make out the inscription carved in its face. Cast off the trappings of the worldly life and cloak yourself in the godness or goodness of spirit. King and slaves, lord and beggar, be born anew in the Maker's sight. Remove equipment. And all nakeds. All nakeds.
You have been through the trials of the Gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
And whitey tighties. And whitey tighties. We're not worrying about that too much. Everybody got their stuff. Looks like I did. Liliana, you still got your stuff? Yeah, you still got your stuff. Good. And you still got your stuff. And speaking of stuff.
How dear of you. Thank you so...
And you got all your stuff? Perfect. Good, 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 good. Alright. Go up to your room and play, please. No. Go do what you're told, please.
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have no words to express.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
Take a pinch of ashes. You take a pinch of ashes and place it into a leather pouch. Leave the urn alone. I don't know why Liliana all of a sudden looked like a duck face in that, but hey. Mods can never be that perfect, can they? Or, well, it's an older game, so it's hard to get mods to work really good with it. But the modders are awesome in their own right, and thank you modders for making this game a lot better experience for everybody around, glitches and all. No, we don't really need that. Okay, off we go. Ethan Thomas, I asked you to go up to your room to play. I wonder, dog? You see anything interesting? Something about blade. However, the hilt's crusted with precious jewels, which seems worthy. Gem-like. Oh. So we got gems. Yeah. Hey. It works. I'll take it. Good dog. Dead dragon. Brother Gen TV.
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time.
Oh.
Well, did you find it?
Well, it took some time. Show the pouch.
Is that? Oh, there's some dust on... No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to look upon. What was it like, coming to the urn, I mean?
Grueling. There was tests.
Tests? Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here, it must be studied. And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me get that cough drop here. That is not wise. Many will try to exploit this discovery.
But the urn belongs to all the faithful. How can you deny this to them? No, we must share it.
I agree. We cannot withhold this from others. It is not our place.
You have noble intentions, Brother Genitivi. But can you say the same of your brethren in the Chantry?
Thank you, Wim.
So everyone comes by and takes some ashes from the urn. Ooh, I hope that urn is self-replenishing.
I will spread this good news or die trying.
If something comes of this, it's your fault.
I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me. I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue. I hope to see you soon, my friend.
I mean, he does have good intentions, but we know from experience that men's deeds are very not honest, you know. Alright, so let's start giving away
Unexpected. Thank you.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
You have excellent taste.
Codex updated. And this is about Zevran. Okay, right here. Zevran shows an affinity for the finer things in life, hardly surprising for an Antigua crow. But his appreciation can be more poetic than that. Then he leads on. A simple bar of refined silver or gold, accompanied by a craftsman's hammer, is elegantly valuable. We'll do some up levels here in a moment. But we're gonna send off here.
That smell. This is uneven leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you found it, but thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Now, if only you could find me a prostitute or two. A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And they fit as well. Marvelous.
You're most welcome. Because we don't have the armor I want him in, I don't think it's necessary. Crow boots. Let's go back to you. Yeah. So he can keep that. It's more efficient until we get the armor that I would like him to have. Okay. Let's see what we got in here quick. Apprentice. Hamlet. Okay. We have that, so we don't need to throw that in there. We're throwing that in there. Okay.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Oh, let me see your wares, Boyan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I don't need that no more. Hanging on to those.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. Okay. So, one more thing to accomplish here. Okay. Oh, shoot. Good thing this came up. Did not know why I did not set him. Okay, so below the belt. Okay. Okay. So, that should be it for now, huh?
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. So we got everybody here. I think that should be it for our episode. Until next time, see ya. Bye, guys.